In today's episode, my dear viewers, we will find the answer to a very important question. And we do really hope that the answer will really enable us to develop a better understanding of the Islamic jurisprudence and the nature of the Islamic jurisprudence. The question says, yes, I do see that fasting is very important and is very spiritual, yet I can't fast or I find it difficult. Here, there is a very important thing that we need to clarify. Of course, we thank the questioner for their question and we highly appreciate it. The very first thing that needs to be mentioned clearly here is the fact that if the person is unable to observe the fasting and the medical doctor clarified that fasting for them will be not safe or will put their well-being at risk, then of course in this case they are exempt from fasting, and later on when they are in a better position physically and mentally, they can fast. So this is a very important thing to understand, and this is why, as we clarified already, when it comes to the conditions that need to be fulfilled in the individual to fast, we clearly mentioned to be fairly certain that the fasting is unlikely to cause any harm, physical or mental. And we have already seen that there are other options that the person can refer to.
أياما معدودات فمن كان منكم مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر وعلى الذين يطيقونه فدية طعام مسكين.
In the name of Allah, the Merciful, the Compassionate. For a certain number of days, but whoever among you is ill or is traveling, then he may fast a similar number of other days, and those who are unable shall effect a redemption by feeding a poor person.
And here, in order to provide also a very important thing that would enlighten our understanding of the Islamic jurisprudence is the fact that one of the maxims and the basics that the Islamic jurisprudence is based on is, as the Muslim scholars put it, قلة التكاليف. That's, you find that the required acts of worship or the obligatory matters are very handful in number. Another important maxim that also we find to be very basic when it comes to the Islamic jurisprudence is رفع الحرج. That's removing hardship. So whenever there is a hardship, you find the Islamic jurisprudence is there in order to remove this hardship. Another, which is the third one here, important maxim that we clearly see shadowing all the Islamic jurisprudence is the maxim that states لا ضرر ولا ضرار. That's, there shall be no harm nor the reciprocation of any harm. So this is why we can see that when it comes to the obligatory or the pillars of Islam, we find that they are only 5. And when it comes to the 5 daily prayers, when we look into how much or how long a time they take, you can see that maximum in the entire day they would make up just 1 hour. Not only this, if the person is not able to pray while standing, they can pray while sitting down. If they can't while sitting down, they can pray on their side. And Also, when it comes to fasting, it is only 1 month during the year, and it is only from dawn to dusk, so it is only for a limited number of hours, and there are conditions in order for the person to be required to fast, and that's to be physically and mentally fit and not to cause any harm, as we said, and not to be traveling. So we can see that if there is anything that would bring about a hardship, of course it is removed. Like, for instance, if the person is fasting, or if a woman is pregnant or is breastfeeding, then in this case she is allowed to break the fasting and later on make up for them.
أياما معدودات فمن كان منكم مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر وعلى الذين يطيقونه فدية طعام مسكين.
In the name of Allah, the Merciful, the Compassionate, for a certain number of days, but whoever among you is ill or is traveling, then he may fast a similar number of other days, and those who are unable shall effect a redemption by feeding a poor person.
Zakat, it is only obligatory when there are certain conditions fulfilled, and that's for the money to be zakatable, and that's bulugh al-nisab, which is to reach a certain amount, and hawalan al-hawl, or for a full lunar year to pass. And the same with Hajj, which is only obligatory once in the lifetime of the Muslim, and of course when they are financially and physically able to.
يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر.
In the name of Allah, the Merciful, the Compassionate, God desires ease for you and not hardship.
So my point is, the Islamic jurisprudence is all about mercy and showing mercy, and we just need to understand and to seek knowledge in order to fully understand and see the point behind the Islamic jurisprudence.
يا رسول المحبة يا رسول السلام